Now we will discuss the universal gates, right? And what are the universal gates? Your NAND and the NOR. Right? So first we will discuss the similar things. We will discuss about the NAND gate. What is the symbol? Basically, NAND gate consists of your AND plus NOT, right? Clear? So, in other words, we can represent your NAND gate. This is basically your NAND gate, right? This is AB, and here you are getting AB bar, right? So, in collectively, we are representing the NAND gate with this symbol. Right? So, this is your what? NAND gate. Clear? By the distributive law, how you can represent AB full bar, AB whole bar? Distributive law, you know na? You already told this theorem. What is distributive law? I can write this thing like this way with this law. Now, can I show your NAND gate like this? This is A, this is B, and this is your. Can I say this thing? So here this round one means A bar, B bar, right? So this circuit is called your basically bubbled OR, right? So this is your bubbled OR. So we can say bubbled OR is equal to NAND only, right? So I already told you how you can represent NAND gate using switches, right? So we already discussed this thing in the first lecture. Now truth table of the NAND gate, right? So what happened if both A and B 0 0? What is the output in the AND gate? It is 0, while in the NAND gate inverse of this is 1, right? What happens when 0 1? It is almost 1, again 1 0 1. What happened in this case? 0, right? So this is the truth table of your NAND gate. Clear? And using switches, how you can design? This thing you can design, right? This is A, this is B, and this is your basically what? AB whole bar. Clear? Now similar enable and the disable. Now tell me, if this control input is 0, what is the output in this case? Always 1. So this control input 0 is what? Enable input or the disable input? Disable input, right? Or disable control, sometimes we are saying the disable input, right? So what happens if this is 1? Not other input. If it is 1, here this 0 becomes the 1, and if it is 1, here the 1 becomes the 0. So it is the complement of the other input, right? So if it is this, then what is the output? Output is this, right? Clear? So we can say 1 is also your enable input, but it will give the, in that case it behaves as the NOT gate. In that case it behaves as the NOT gate. So now tell me, till now it is fine. So can this gate follow the commutative law or not? Can I say if AB is BA bar, can I say this thing? So right, so it follows the commutative law. What about the associative law? No, it is not following the associative law, right? You can directly, you can make the truth table of this and you can verify this thing, right? So it is not following the associative law, right? So here AB, how it is AB whole bar, right? So for example, this AB, and then again this is giving one C, right? This is your first output. And how it is possible that this AC and this is B is given here, right? Both the outputs should be the different, right? So it is not following the associative law. So we can say your NAND gate follows the commutative law but not follows the associative law, right? Now we are discussing our next gate, that is your the NOR gate. You know the symbol for the NOR gate? NOR consists of basically your what? Plus NOT, right? So this is your AB and this is your A plus B whole bar, right? And also in other words, in simple thing, it is your OR plus NOT, right? This is your the NOR gate, right? So from this distributive law, what is the output? A bar dot, we can write in this way. So can I show like this? This is A, this is B, this is your what? This is also your what? This is also the NOR gate, right? So we can say your bubbled, this is your bubbled AND, right? So bubbled AND is equal to your NOR. Can I say this statement, right? Now the truth table of the NOR gate. Both are 0, 0. What is the output? 1. What happens if one is 0, second is 1? 0. It is also 0, it is also 0, right? Means the inverted input of your OR gate, right? Because this OR gate is connected to the NOT, right? So this is your NOR gate. Clear the truth table? Now tell me this enable and disable, same things we are discussing for the all the gates. Now tell me, if it is 0, then so it is enable or disable? Enable, right? Here we are getting the complement of the input, right? Means it behaves as the NOT gate in that case, right? While the opposite happens for the NAND gate, right? Understand the difference, right? Now what happens if it is 1? This one. This remains the 0. So it is disable control, right? Clear? So similar to your NAND gate, this follows commutative law or not? Yes, it follows the commutative law. We can write this thing, na? Now tell me, both these are same or not? No, right? We can verify it from the truth table. So your NOR gate follows the commutative law while it is not following the associative law. Now tell me how you can design NAND gate using the transistors. Using the two transistors, how you can design your NAND gate? So first of all, it is not possible to design NAND and NOR gate using the PN junction diode, right? So, but using the transistors BJT, we can design your AND gate using the BJTs, right? So, for example, these are your two BJTs, like exactly equal to switch. Replace the switch with the transistor, right? So with the switch, this is with the switch, na? So replace this with your transistor, switch with the transistors. What happened in this case? What is the output? This is your output. This is VCC, always 5 volt. What happens if both A and B 0, 0? If this is 0, this is 0, what is the output? Your transistor T1 and T2 should be off or on in that case. If the base voltage of the transistors is 0, then your transistors are off, right? And when both the transistors are off, then the whole output is passed to the, this input is passed to the Y. And what is the output in that case? What is the output in that case? 1, right? What happens if 1 is 0, second is 1? This transistor is off or the open circuit, and this is on, but already no current will pass from this VCC to here because already first transistor is in the off state, right? So what is the output in that case? Again 1. What happens? Opposite happens if it is 1, it is 0. This transistor is off, right? It means from here it is not connected to the ground, right? Means it is open circuit, clear, and current will not pass to the ground. It will pass to here output. Again output is 1 in that case, right? Clear? What happens if both are 1 1? Both transistors are on in that case, right? And whole current will pass to the ground. And what is the output? Can I say this Y is equal to AB whole bar? Right? Clear? Okay. So with the transistors, you can also design the NOR gate. How you can design the NOR gate using the transistors? So you have to try this question at home. OR gate using NOR gate using the transistors. And similarly also you have to design OR gate using transistors. Now you have to think. Similarly AND gate using the transistors. Clear the thing? So now we will start with the next type of gate, that is your XOR gate, right? So XOR gate is also, sometimes it is also written as the XOR gate, or it is also called the exclusive OR gate, right? Now we will talk about its symbol. You all know about its symbol. XOR gate symbol is this, right? Please note that XOR gate is available only with 2 inputs, right? So this is input A, B, and this is A XOR B, right? And what is the truth table of this? 2 variables, so 4 possible combinations are there, right? So now what is A XOR B when both A and B 0 0? 0, right? And then if it is 0 1, it is 1, it is also 1, it is 0, right? So this is the truth table of your XOR gate. So the Boolean expression for the XOR gate is Y equal to A XOR B. Now from here, this once means your SOP form, right? We can write the SOP form of this XOR gate, that is your A bar B plus A B bar, right? A bar B plus A B bar, right? And what is the PS form of this XOR gate? The PS form is this one, right? And the PS form is A plus B dot this one, right? A bar plus B bar, right? This is the PS form of your XOR gate, right? So your XOR gate also follows the commutative law. So if A XOR B is there, we can write B XOR A, right? So your XOR gate follow the commutative law. The next, associative law. You can verify these laws from the truth table, right? So your XOR gate also follows the associative law, right? You can verify these laws from their truth tables, right? So when this is the SOP form, then how you can design your XOR gate in terms of your basic gates, right? You all know this is AND of A XOR AND of A bar B, right? So this is now the A bar, this is A, this is B, and what is the output of this AND gate? A bar B. Similarly, with other AND gate, this is A and this is B bar, right? And the output is A B bar, and both are given to your two input OR gate, right? So this is your A bar B plus A B bar, right? So this is your XOR gate. Means here we can say your XOR gate consists of how many transistors? In the previous lecture I already told you your AND gate can be made with the help of two transistors. So two transistor for that, right? One transistor with this, one transistor with this, and two transistors with this, right? So total 8 transistors. Like this type of questions can be asked. So now your homework is you have to design this XOR gate using the transistors, right? I already told you that two transistors are used basically for your NAND and the NOR, but I here write two transistors for this and the OR gate, right? Now you have to tell me how you can design, right? In the previous lecture, what we have studied? In the previous lecture, what I told you, two transistors are needed for that what? Two transistors are used for your NAND and the NOR gate, right? So now your question is you have to make this XOR gate using the transistors, right? Now in the XOR gate, if we are denoting A XOR B XOR C, the meaning of this is basically, generally we are saying this is there are three inputs and this is the output, but in actual, I already told you this is available only with two inputs, but in actual this is like this: A XOR B and then C. The actual is this, right? So from here we can say A XOR B XOR C is equal to, you can verify this thing from the truth table also, right? So now enable and the disable, similar to your previous gates. This is your one XOR and this is your one input. This is your second control input. Similarly here. Now tell me, if control input is 0, then what does it mean? If the control input is 0, suppose this is your control input, so 0 is propagated here, this is your control, 1 is propagated here. What does it mean? Whatever at the second input, output, that will be propagated to the output. So here the 0 is your enable control, right? So in that case it acts as your buffer, we can say. If control input is 0, then it can act as your buffer, right? Means this input, this A is input and output is also A, right? Clear? So now when your enable is 1, right? So what happen in that case? See, if it is 1, what happen in that case? If it is A, then at the output we will get the A bar, right? So it acts as the NOT gate, right? Also we can say if A is equal to B, then what is the output? 0. If A is not equal to B, then output is always 1 in case of your XOR gate. Right? Now, can I say this statement? What is A XOR A? What is A XOR A? A XOR A is 0. What is A XOR A bar? Is 1 always? What is A XOR 0? A, right? What is A XOR 1? A, right? So these are your common theorems regarding your XOR gate. If I am saying in one question, now you have to give the answer of that question. Right? The question is, if A XOR B is equal to C, then what is the value of A XOR B XOR C? Can you tell me? 0, right? So this type of simple questions can be asked in your quiz, right? So you can put A XOR B here C, and you know C XOR C is 0, right? So the second question based on this XOR gate is, so this is your one XOR, this is second XOR, and it will go up to the 20 XOR, right? So 20 more it is connected. If it is X, now what is the output in this case? If it is connected to X, it means in the first stage, what is this X XOR X? It means it is 0, right? In the second stage, what happened? 0 XOR X. What is the output? 0 XOR X. From this statement, no, sorry, 0 XOR X, it will come X, right? It becomes X. So similar, if we follow the 20 stages, means 22 is also even, 20 is also even. So after even stage, you will getting the X, Y equal to X. If you are saying after 21, 20 means the odd stage. For the odd you are getting always 0, right? So keep remember, if I am saying cascade 100 XOR like this, so after 100 XOR you will get Y equal to X. If you are saying after 151 stage, then it will come 0, right? Clear the thing? Now, from this truth table, of XOR, can I say this statement? See, in the first thing, there is how many number of ones in A and B? Zeros. In the second thing, how many number of ones? 1. And the output is also 1. Here in the third thing, how many number of ones? 2. 1. Output is also 1. Here, how many number of ones? 2. So, can I say your in XOR gate output is logic 1? In XOR gate, output is logic 1 when number of ones at input is odd number. Can I say this statement? Means if the number of ones at the input is odd, then always the output is 1, right? And if the number of ones is even, output is 0, right? So that's why your XOR gate is known as your odd number of ones detector circuit, right? Odd number of ones detector circuit. Clear this statement? Right? So Now here are the two variables, right? Here are the two variables. Now with the two variables in the XOR, how many number of ones? How many rows have the ones? How many rows have the ones in two variable? Two rows have the ones, right? And or we can say there are the two min terms and two max terms. We can say this statement also. We can say this statement also. There are the two max terms and the two min terms, right? Clear? So for the three variables, can you please tell me, for the three variables, how many rows have the even number of ones? How many rows have the odd number of ones? For the three variables, possible combination is 8. So we can say 4 rows have the odd number of ones, right? If there are odd number of ones, it means those are your what? Those are your what? Min terms, right? And if I am saying 4 rows odd number or even number of ones, right? Those are your max terms, right? So similar to the 6 variables and so on. So can I say for the n variables XOR, how many number of min terms? 2n minus 1, right? And how many number of max terms? Similarly 2 to power n minus 1. So now we will discuss over the next gate, that is your XNOR. So first the symbol of XNOR is so the XNOR means XOR plus NOT, right? So this is A, this is B, this is Y equal to A. This is your XNOR gate, right? And from the truth table, Y1 is for the XOR gate, right? This is for the XNOR gate, right? So two inputs, four possible combinations, and your XOR you know. And what about XNOR? It is 1 0 0 1, right? This is the truth table of XNOR gate. And in terms of Boolean expression, we can write down, see, once in the SOP form, we can write down A bar, B bar plus AB, right? This is SOP form of the XNOR gate, and the PS form is this one, A plus B bar dot A bar plus B, right? So we can say from here, we can say, see, if there are the how many ones in this, and the input, how many ones? 2 ones, right? So here, how many ones? 1 ones, right? So we can say your XNOR is used to detect even number of ones, right? Even number of ones. When at the input there are even number of ones, then the output is 1, right? And when there are odd number of ones, output is 0. Clear the thing, right? So now your XNOR gate also follows the commutative law. A XNOR B equal to B XNOR A, right? Commutative law. It follows the commutative law, and also it follows the associative law. Now the main question comes, if I asked in the exam this question that A XNOR B XNOR C, that is equal to, this statement is right or wrong? This is true or false? It is false statement, right? So we are saying A, B, C. This is the meaning of this. A basically, you know, 3 input is not possible, so we are writing this basically. Here it is coming A B, and it is what basically A XNOR B, and if A XNOR B is given to other XNOR with C, then what is the output? So we can say, so you can verify this thing from the truth table. So this is not equal to this thing, right? So this is basically, now I'm giving the proof of this through the truth table, right? So for example, this is a truth table. This is, there are 3 variables, right? And this is your, we can say, right, and this is, I can say, y1, this is y2 is basically, I can say, from here it will be clear, right, b, and from here I can say, also I'm writing this in the XOR form, right? Now how many combinations if there are 3 variables? 8. What will come here? A XNOR B. What is A XNOR B? A XNOR B, 1, 1, and then 1 XNOR C. What will come? 1 XNOR C. 0. Similarly here A XNOR B. Both are same. Then 1. Then 1 X 1. 1. Right. So similarly you can write down the full output of this. Right. Now we will go to the Y2. Right. So what is Y2? A XNOR C. What is A XNOR C? 0 XNOR 0. It will come 1 and then 1 XNOR 0. What will be the output? 0. In the next, A XNOR C. 0 XNOR 1. 0. And then 0 XNOR B. 1. So, now from here what is this? Y1 is equal to Y2. So, what does it mean? It follows what? Associative law. Right? So, it follows associative law. Now, we will go to this point. A XNOR B XNOR C, the XNOR of 3 inputs, which is practically not possible, right? Theoretically it is possible, but practically it is not possible. The meaning of A XNOR B XNOR C is basically what we can say. You know, XNOR gate is basically XOR plus NOT, right? Means the NOT of your XOR. So the meaning of this is basically, we can say, this is the meaning. This is the meaning of this A XNOR B XNOR C, right? And this is the meaning of this thing, right? Clear? Now tell me. Now you can write this thing. Now first you can write A XNOR, A XOR B XOR C. What is the output of this Y4? Now what is Y4? Tell me. First it is 0, 0. In the next, what will come? Odd number of 1. In the next, 1. Next, 0. Even number of ones. See na? Right? Next, odd number of ones. Even number of ones. Even number of ones. Odd number of ones. Now, what is Y3? Tell me. Y3 is, right, or the inverted form of this. Inverted form of Y4. Right? So, this is your clear statement from here. Right? So, from here, can I say this thing? A XOR B XOR C is equal to, can I say this thing? Why? See, we can say na, see, this thing and this thing we can say. Understand? Now see, XNOR have the some different meaning. We can't say all the things are similar in XOR and the XNOR, right? So XNOR, the main difference is here in the XOR, we can write this A XOR B XOR C in this form, right? We can write this in this form. So again you can verify like this: A XOR B. What is this? A bar B plus A B bar, right? And then again you can make the XOR with the C. Then you will get this statement, right? Now in the XOR here, if you are saying A XOR B, AB, A bar B plus AB, right? When you are taking XOR of this with C, then you will not get the similar this statement, right? You can also verify this through the Boolean expressions. Now, what is the enable and disable condition for the XOR? What happens when the control input is 0? What happens when the control input is 0? Here, if it is second input is A, what happened? Complement hoga, right? So from this two table, if this is your control, then you will get this thing, right? Clear? So you will get the A bar, right? So this behaves as your what? NOT gate, right? In the second, if the control input is 1, right? So what happened in that case? It behaves as your buffer, right? Y equal to A, so it behaves as the buffer, right? So can I say A XNOR A is equal to what? 1. A XNOR A bar, what is this? Both are different zeros, right? So what is A XNOR 0? A bar, na? See, this is the A XNOR 0, na? Right? And what is A XNOR 1? This is A, right? So this statement you can also use. This XNOR is also called the coincidence logic circuit. It is various time asked in the exam. Which circuit is called the coincidence logic circuit? XNOR is called the coincidence logic circuit. Coincidence logic circuit, or it is also called the equality function, right? Means coincidentally it is giving the output when both inputs are 0 0. See, when both inputs are 0 0, it is giving the output 1, right? When both inputs are 1 1, it is giving the output also 1, right? So that's why it is called the coincidence logic, right? And the equality function or equivalence circuit, sometimes it is also called the equivalence circuit, right? So now I am giving you one question. Now tell me, what is ABC? Find the value of ABC. Sorry. Find the value of ABC. The method is, if the output 1 is given, so, and this is your AND gate, right? If the output of the AND gate is 1, it means both inputs should be, all the inputs should be 1 1 1, right? And in the XOR gate, output is 1 when both inputs are different, maybe 0 and 1 or maybe 1 and 0. But in the XNOR gate, when the output is 1, both are same. So the C is already 1, calculate, and then B is also 1. So A may be 0, right? So these simple questions can be asked in the exam, right? So now we will discuss how NAND act as your universal gate, right? So first of all, I am telling you the alternative symbols for all these logic gates. This is NOT gate symbol, right? So the alternative symbol of the NOT gate, sometimes in some books it is defined as like this. Okay, this is the alternative symbol of your NOT gate. And in the NAND gate, I already told you about the NAND gate. This symbol I already told you. This symbol I already told you, na, right? This is symbol for your NAND gate. Similarly, symbol for your NOR gate is bubbled AND, right? So clear. Similarly, for the AND gate, what is the symbol? This can be the symbol for the AND gate. Similarly, for the OR gate, this may be the symbol. Similarly, for the XOR gate, the alternative symbol is you can verify this thing from giving the inputs like A and B. If you are giving here A and B, then it becomes the A bar, right? A bar XNOR B, right? This is what A bar whole bar, then plus what AB, A bar B, right? So this is what AB bar plus A bar B, right? This is what your XOR. Clear the thing? Like this you can verify. This is the alternative symbols, right? So don't get confused. Clear? This is your XNOR gate. These are your alternative symbols for all these logic gates. Clear the thing? Clear? Now we will discuss how your NAND gate act as universal gates, right? I told you your NAND and NOR act as your universal gates, means other gates can be designed from this NAND and the NOR. Other means all others. NOT, AND, OR, NOR, XOR, XNOR, right? So these gates we can design from this NAND and the NOR, right? Now tell me how we can design your NOT gate using your NAND. This is your NAND. If I give both inputs same A, then what? A dot A whole bar. What is this? A bar, right? Clear? So what if both inputs in the NAND gate are similar, right? What is the output in that case? A bar, na? What is A dot B bar? If we are saying this is NAND A, and what is A dot A? What is A dot A? It is 1, right? Clear? A dot A is basically 1 dot 1 is 1 and A dot A is A, right? So A bar. So this is your NOT gate. NAND act as a NOT gate. How you can say NAND act as AND gate can be designed from the NAND gate? Can you tell me? AB, right? So what is the output from this NAND gate? AB bar. Then use NAND as a NOT, right? So what is the output now? AB. Clear? Clear? So how many NAND gates are needed for the NOT gate? 1. How many NAND gate are used for the AND gate? 2, right? Now we will discuss OR gate using NAND. How we see this is A plus B. So you can convert this OR into the NAND form, right? So can I write like this? Can I write like this? Okay. So from here, what is A bar? This is your A bar, right? What is B bar? This is your B bar. And what is this? Next, what is this? A plus D, right? So how many gates are needed for this? Three. Three NAND gates are needed to design this OR gate, right? So now how we can design the NOR gate using NAND? See, NOR is what? OR plus NOT, right? NOR is what? See, OR is we already designed. We can design NOR gate by adding extra NAND gate, and that NAND gate act as your NOT gate, right? Like this. Clear? What is the output here? We already find out A plus B. And what is the output here? A plus B, right? So this is your what? NOR gate. So how many gates are needed? How many NAND gates are needed to design the NOR gate? 4, right? Now, next is your XOR. Can I say this is your XOR gate? Whole bar, right? This is your NAND form, na? See, what is A XOR B? Yeah, right. A XOR B is basically complement of AB plus A bar B bar. This is your XOR from the NAND. Now tell me, this is AB, right? This input is AB. What is the output here? AB whole bar, right? And what is the output here? A dot AB whole bar, complete bar. Now, what is this? What is this? Tell me. B, we can say, what is the output here? B bar plus A, right? These are the inputs of this. These are the inputs of this next NAND gate. Now, tell me, A bar plus B dot A plus B bar whole bar. What is the output of this? If you open this, then you will get, and what is this? This is the XOR. So this is the way to design the XOR gate from the NAND gate, right? So how many NAND gates are used for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This is the minimum number of NAND gates required to design the XOR gate. What about XNOR? What about XNOR? What about XNOR? Similarly, we can add here what? One more NAND gate and it will give your bar, and this is what? A XNOR B, right? So this is, so how many gates are needed for this? 5. Clear? So now I already told you in the previous some lectures, A bar plus B and AB bar, sorry, A bar B, these are your what? Universal functions, right? So now to design this A bar plus B, how many NAND gates are used? I can ask. How many NAND gates, how many minimum number of NAND gates are used to design A bar plus B? This is your what? 2. This is your what? I already told you. This is your what? A bar plus B only, na? See? Right? So, kitne lage hain? 2 NAND gate, right? And similarly for this A bar dot B, for this we need what? 3 NAND gate. Right? Clear? Now, we will discuss how NOR gate act as universal gate. Now, quickly we will do NOT gate. So this is your NOR gate. How you can say, how you can design? What is this? What is the output of this? What is A plus A? So this is your NOT gate, right? What about OR gate? Tell me. What is the output here? And if we are giving the same to the next OR gate, then what it will give? What it will give? It will give the OR gate, right? Now the AND gate. You know the AND gate is A dot B, and also we can write down this, right, for the AND gate. Clear? And now how many NOR gate are used for this? Now it is clear. 3 only. 1 for this, 1 for this, and what? 1 for this, 3 only. So this is what? A dot B. What about NAND gate? What about NAND gate? How many gates are needed for the NAND gate? For the NAND gate, you know, NAND gate is what? AND plus NOT, right? So one more NOT gate can be used here for the NAND gate, like this. This is your what? AB bar. Clear? Now the XNOR. So similar to the NAND gate, here for the XNOR we are using, this is A plus B, this is A input, this is B input, and both when these are given to this NOR gate, right, it will give the, basically here this is A plus B whole bar, right? So if we solve this, then you will get the A bar B. I already told you in the previous lecture. Then this is B plus, then it will give the AB bar, right? So from here, if AB plus AB bar whole bar, it is your what? Nothing but A XNOR, right? If we are talking about XOR, then if we are talking about XOR, then yeah, XNOR plus NOT, right? And NOT. So how many gates are used for the XOR? 5, and 4 for the X, right? So now tell me quickly for the NOT gate. This is the way to remember. For the NOT gate, minimum number of NAND gate used 1, minimum number of NOR gate used 1. For the AND gate, minimum number of NAND gate 2. For the minimum number of NOR gate 3. For the OR gate, this is 3. For the XOR gate 4. For the XNOR gate is 5. For the NOR gate, it is 4. For the NAND gate, tell me, it is itself NAND gate 1, right? Clear? So now tell me for the NOR gate. NOR gate, for to make the NOT gate, 1 NOR gate is needed. For the AND gate, 3 NOT gate are needed. 3 NOR gate are needed. For the OR, 2. For the XOR, 5. For the XNOR, 4. Only this reverse. For the NOR, 1 itself it is NOR. For the NAND, it is 4. Clear? This is the all about your logic gates, right? Basically we discussed about the basic gates, universal gates, how you can design other gates from the universal gates, right? So before starting the new topic, we will discuss about some problems, how to find the number of gates. So some circuits can be given, so you have to find out the number of NAND gates required to implement that circuit, right? So this kind of examples we will discuss, two examples. So first question is, to implement A bar BC, minimum number of two input NAND gate. It is given that only ABC is available as the input. Right? So the question is, options are, which one is the correct answer? To implement A bar BC, you have to find out the minimum number of two input NAND gate. This is the circuit for A bar BC. Now, you have to draw this circuit using the NAND gates, right? So, how many NAND gates are required to implement this NOT gate? One gate is required to implement this NOT gate, and to this AND gate, 2 is required, and to this AND gate, 2 is required. So, the number of NAND gate required to implement this function is 5, right? So, the next question is, to implement AB plus CD, minimum number of two input NAND gate. So, to find out, can you tell me which one is the correct answer? So, this is basically, so AB plus CD, right? This is your two level. This is AB, this is CD, and this is, right? So this is your AB plus CD. So can I say this is two level AND OR circuit? This is two level AND OR circuit. What is the meaning of two level AND OR circuit? See, this is your right hand side is your one level, and this is your second level, right? This is first level, second level. Means, see, in the first levels, all gates are your AND gates, right? In the second level, all gates are your OR gates. Means there is only one gate, that is your OR gate, right? So it means in the first level, means suppose this AND gate have the 2 nanosecond delay. Also this AND gate have the 2 nanosecond delay. Means output of this first level you will get at the same time after 2 nanosecond. So means in the first level all gates are executed parallelly, right? In the second level, after that, after getting the output from the first level, it is given the input to the next gate, right? And that is your second level. That's why it is called the two level AND OR circuit, right? But if you are thinking in general way, AND gate requires two NAND gate. Similarly, this AND gate requires two NAND gate, and this OR gate requires 3, right? So in general way, if you are thinking like that, it means answer is D, right? But it is wrong, right? So the exact answer is, see, you can write this function like this. So what is this? This is basically what? So can you please tell me this is which gate? This is OR gate or which gate? In the previous lecture, I have shown some alternative symbols, right? So this is your what? This is your NAND gate. This is NAND gate now. So this is what? This means A bar plus B bar. What is this? This is AB bar. So this is alternative symbol of your NAND gate, right? So this output is AB bar. This is CD bar, right? And what is this? AB plus CD, right? So means two level AND OR circuit can be represented with two level NAND circuit. Now, what is the correct answer? How much NAND gates are required to implement this function? 3. 3 is the right answer. 1, 2, 3. Clear the thing? Clear? Now, the next question is, SOP circuit can be implemented with minimum number of NAND gates, while the POS circuit can be implemented with the minimum number of the NOR gate, right? So, this is which circuit? Can you please tell me? This is which circuit? So basically this is your two level what? This is A plus P, this is C plus D, this is A plus B, this is two level OR AND circuit, right? So how it can be implemented with the NOR gate, right? So in the similar way, this is, what is this? NOR gate? What is this? This is also NOR gate. Clear the thing? So how many NOR gates are required to implement this two level OR AND circuit? Two level OR AND circuit can be implemented with two level NOR circuit, right? So to implement this circuit, we need the three NOR gate. 1, 2, 3. Right? Clear? Now this chapter is completed. Okay. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me. So students, if you have any doubt related to this topic, then you can send me a mail or you can contact me directly. So for more video update, please subscribe this channel, fine, so that every information regarding your course or regarding this digital electronics lectures you can get easily. Fine. Thank you for your attention.